Hey, Steve here. I want to talk to you about DD2 the Bot. This is next generation horse betting software. Okay, in 2019 we gave you DD2, the spreadsheet and the online software, so it gave you the capabilities of putting on bets using two Dutches in the same race to come out a winner. Now we've done something even better, and it's been asked for by over 400 or 500 people have had the Excel DD2, and now that they've always kept saying the same thing: Steve, how can we get it automated? So what we've done for you in 2020, we haven't been coughing and sneezing. We have been hard at work with the programmers to develop the automated DD2 betting bot for horses. So now we are offering the lazy man or woman the automatic betting approach using this powerful DD2 staking plan. What is DD2? Well, this is a Dutch betting, but it uses two separate Dutches within the same race, covering, if not all the runners, then certainly the most winning chanced ones. Using the staking plan to track each Dutch within the bot, we call them DD1 and DD2. Most times you will have one Dutch will win and obviously one will lose, and when one of the Dutches wins, this ends the series and starts a new series and a profit is booked. When a Dutch loses, there is a recovery staking method, and that is handled in the staking in the Excel spreadsheet as we did last time, but now the bot's going to be handling that. Should we have one of the two Dutches sustain a losing streak, so say DD1 has 4 or 5 or a dollar value on the losing streak, then you can have a transfer option where you can share the recovery with the Dutch that has already been winning. So you're not extending your recovery staking, you're transferring some of it onto the winning Dutch. Keep in mind that probably 95% of all races are going to be a winning race for you if your odds are high enough. If you keep a tighter band of range, then obviously you won't get the same strike rate, but you won't have to have the same recovery rate as well. So whilst pursuing a profit, we invoke this transfer system. What's the bot? Some of you might not know what the bot is. Well, the bot is the name that we give to betting software, and it bets directly into Betfair on your Betfair account. So you log into your Betfair account through the bot, and the bot bets on that account for you. You can still use your Betfair account to do other betting, but the bot also has access to it while you have got it on. And the bot bets to the instructions that you set up. Now you set up the instructions. This is a once-off operation unless you want to fine-tune it. If you want to micromanage it, that's fine. You can change the settings and tweak the settings as the bot is in progress. This is a hands-off software. It means you're not physically making any bets. It works without you having to do anything except turn it on and turn it off after the setup's been completed. There's no manual betting required, so the software does the betting for you. Plus, it can bet under the Betfair minimum, which is very important. If you're doing Dutching, say you're Dutching 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 horses in a race, then you're not going to be wanting to bet the minimum on the 40 to 1 horse, eh? So that is a very important part of the betting bot. What does the DD bot do? Well, this bot makes the bets on the two Dutches in each of the qualifying races. What I mean by qualifying races is you have it set. You may want, I've got mine set from 6 runners to 14 runners. So if the race is not, if there's more runners or less runners, then that's not a qualifying race. I also have it set for the favourite to be higher than even money. So if the favourite in the race is 1.6 or 1.7, then that's not a qualifying race. So it sorts out the races that qualify. It does the staking for each horse to make the Dutch complete. Now, that's what some of the gripe was with the Excel, was by the time you put the prices and the odds in and then work out the stake and then go into the race, the stakes have changed. That doesn't happen with this. This puts the bets on simultaneously, so as soon as it works out how much should be staked, the bet's placed. Now if the prices are shifted down, there's an option in there, and you can see that in the user guide, where it will take the SP price, so it won't miss out on the horse. You'll just get a slightly lesser odds. It does the transfer for the staking between the two Dutches when required. If one Dutch has had, say, 4 or 5 losing bets, then it will transfer some of its target onto the other Dutch, so it doesn't have such a high target to get. So it balances it out. The bot does that automatically. It triggers a stop loss if needed. If you've got a stop loss figure and it's reached, then the bot will trigger that, and it will either restart a new series or stop betting for the day, depending on what you put in it. Or there's a stop profit target if you set it. You may say, I want £10 profit for the day. When it hits the £10, the bot will stop. That's already in there. It records all the bets for you to review and research. Very important. It shows you a profit and loss plus the win-lose tally of each of the cycles. So that's visible for you, so you can make decisions if you want to micromanage it. And have a more of a hands-on effect, you can do that. The records can be exported into Excel, so you can go through them and see, for example, where you're getting let down or where you're missing some of the Dutches. Maybe you've got your odds set too low for that country. Depending, different countries work differently. There's 3 separate working cycles within the bot, allowing 3 different cycles. Now, what we mean by cycles is these are completed strategies within the bot. So there's 3 different ones. You can have, say, one for UK, one for Ireland, one for Australia. You may want one where you include the odds on favourite. You may have one where you don't want the favourite. You may have one where you want the favourite to stay in the losing Dutch all the time. Or you may want the favourite to rotate between, like it does in the spreadsheet, from one side to the other. It's up to you. But there's 3 separate cycles in there, so effectively 3 bots within the one bot. This is what the Double Dutch Bot 2 looks like. Very similar to our other bots, except when you open it up inside, there's a bit more to it. Plus, you've got the Double Dutch. If you click on the Double Dutch tab, it'll show you the Dutches, and it'll show you the percentage of the Dutch. This is 51% of the race. This is 33% of the race. So, and there's our settings there, but that's all covered in the user guide. Now, this bot has many settings so that you can customize it to your own sort of settings. The bot comes with a default setting straight out of the box, which you can start with and then develop. That is only a 10p target or a 10-cent target, so you can hit the ground running without having to worry about too much with the default setting. As I said before, there's 3 separate cycles, so you can set 3 completely independent strategies, whether they be field sizes, odds range. You might want to say odd range between 2 and 10. You might want to keep it tight if you're doing some of the Australian racing. Is the winners are predominantly under 10, so you may want to do that. It's up to you, but you've got 3 different cycles you can use. You can choose just to use one, or you can use all 3. And there's 3 favourite settings, as I just mentioned. You can exclude the favourite in all the Dutches, or you can have the Dutch, the favourite, always in the previous losing Dutch, or you can have the favourite rotate between Dutch 1 and Dutch 2. Automatically it goes from one to the other, from race to race. Now, you can have control over the odds range that you want. You can control the favourite range. You may want to bet where the favourite must be 3-1, for example. Or you may want to bet with an odds range of up to 40, or an odds range up to 30 or 20 or 10. You can do what you want. You can go wide or keep it tight. And there's more in the box settings that you can access, but that's in the user guide link below. So the summary of the DD2 bot. It's Betfair botting, so you need to have a Betfair account. It bets on all races that are covered by Betfair around the world, whether it be US, France, Singapore, wherever, Australia, New Zealand. Now, you need a Windows operated PC, so it won't work on Mac or that. It needs to be Windows 10 or Windows 8 or Windows 9. You're getting a 12-month license for one computer, So you can use it if you want to use it on another computer. You'll need another license, or if you want to use it on the VPS, make sure that that VPS is a Windows-based VPS, and that you can get VPSs from about €5.99 from Time for VPS per month. It's a great way to bet and a great way to enjoy the racing. That's what I love about it. I can have it running. One of my laptops, I've got the live racing on it. I can just work away. The race comes up, I have a look and just see what bets I've got on it. That's the beautiful. It brings enjoyment back to racing without the physical work of working hard, working at the stakes, putting the bets on, getting frustrated. None of that. It does it for you. And it runs on autopilot, so it can run hands-free. You can run it onwards and onwards and onwards, but I tend to like stopping it at the end of one racing session, say the Australian session, stopping it, then restarting fresh, clear the memory, clear the chasing targets, and then start again. Okay, for me it's just, I like it that way, and also recording results, it makes it simple for me. And the other thing, the most important thing for a lot of people, it allows you to bet small. So while you're learning, while you're wanting to get a strategy, you're not risking big amount of money, which I know a lot of you guys out there are hobby punters and just love the excitement and the enjoyment and the monetary value that is immaterial. So that is the DD2 Bot. I'm really excited. It's been one of the most exciting bots I've worked with. Michael's done a terrific job on this. And as I said, in the user guide, if you're interested, the user guide will explain a lot more for you, and there's a link in that page for the user guide. Thank you.